Hey, how's it going, YouTube and my Harley-Davidson Street 500 family? This is Riding with Udi, and yeah, I'm gonna do a little short video here. I am sitting in a parking lot, as you can see. You know, I do a lot of practicing because practice makes perfect, but there's an issue with the Harley-Davidson Street 500, which you'll find out soon if you ride one, is the bikes really don't want to go in neutral when they're told to. You know, Halo Riveter did a video this morning, and she actually covered that. You know, when you're going down the road, that you go to shift and boom, you're in neutral. So I've been practicing for the last hour or so, trying to find that sweet spot for neutral. So clutch in and then roll forward just a little bit. There we go. Now we're neutral. See if I can do that again. Just roll forward a little bit and barely, like, look, you're barely gonna, like, not even a full click up, just barely, and she goes in neutral perfectly that way. So maybe that helps, maybe it doesn't. You know, if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I also want to talk about practicing. You know, if you're new to riding like I am, it's very important to get out here and practice in these parking lots. And right now with COVID, it's a perfect time to actually be practicing. You know, look, I'm in an empty parking lot. Yes, it does slope a little bit right there, but that's almost perfect because I can work on going up here, starting from, you know, an incline. Also, with these parking spaces spread out, I can work on my U-turns, my, you know, whatever, my emergency stops. Because the problem I have is, yes, I have my motorcycle permit. I went to go get my license 3 times now. And here in PA, the wait list that you had to be put on, I think like the next one I can go test will be in September. And I didn't fail my other test. I got there, waited 5 hours, they closed. So they gave me a spot for the next day. So I get there the next day, wait another 5 hours, and they said, okay, you know, we're closed again. So I give up because, you know, I went the first day without an appointment, whatever. So, and also with PA, all of our motorcycle safety courses have been canceled throughout the year. Like every single one of them have been canceled. So I'm learning on my own. Look, there, can you put a glove on? I'm learning on my own as I go and watching videos as I go. You know, you have MC Rider, you have Moto Jitsu, you have Dan the Fireman, you have, does Blockhead do? I know Blockhead is one I watch, but I can't remember if he does, you know, learning videos. But yeah, there's plenty of videos to watch, and like I said, get out there, hit the parking lots, and practice. Don't be afraid to get on the bike. Don't be afraid to get out here and ride in the neighborhoods. But if you live in my neighborhood, the neighborhood's more dangerous than the actual streets. So with that said, do a little cruise real quick, and yeah, just sit back and enjoy the ride. There we go. Me and my turn signals, like, I always forget to turn them off after I've turned them on. It's a work in progress. So hopefully that, you know, what I said back there made sense. I did put that together extremely quick and on the fly. Being I have a permit, not supposed to drive at night. not supposed to, you know, you should always follow the law. But yeah, so I wanted to get out here on the road, and what are we doing here? Let's do a little driving before it gets too dark. And I repositioned my mic, so hopefully you hear me just fine. And you don't hear a whole lot of heavy breathing. But once again, put that joker on mute and just watch the ride. It might seem like I'm going fast, but I'm not. Just doing 25. It's the speed limit. There's another hot one today, I tell you what. Yeah, it got really hot today. It's supposed to storm, but it never did, and that beautiful sunset. Gonna go now, I think. But yeah, like I was saying, there's plenty of parking lots you can go practice in. Don't let fear stop you from riding the motorcycle. Don't just watch videos. If you want to ride it, you need to get out there and practice. You know, no one's ever been perfect without practice. So get out there, hit the parking lots, work on your turns, your throttle control, your clutch control, the friction zone, your trail braking. Try emergency braking. That's a big one, you know, and I covered this or talked a little bit in my video the other day. Was the highways up here. I think I said something about the highways, but the highways up here are just terrifying. There's always a wreck. And one day when I'm coming home from work, I'll actually throw the GoPro in my truck and show you guys that, like, I'll do a little compilation on it, but there's always a wreck on our highways up here because people get in a hurry, they don't pay attention, and there's always like a rear end or something. So if you're on a highway and you're on a motorcycle, you don't really stand a chance, you know, if someone rear ends you or you rear end someone else from stopping short. So yes, work on your emergency braking. Yeah, just work on stopping, you know, practice. Because I'm not gonna lie, you know, I had almost zero motorcycle experience before I jumped on this beautiful beast. And yeah, I was a little intimidated by her. You know, she's not a huge bike. I mean, she does weigh 500 pounds, a little over 500 soaking wet, or wet weight. So, you know, she's a little heavy. But yeah, I mean, I bought the bike, I sat on it, you know, drove around the parking lot a little bit. But once I got it home, I didn't want to ride her because I'm like, well, I want to take a course. I want to, you know, do this. I want to do the Harley-Davidson course. But like I said before, they have all been canceled. So, yeah, I mean, I worked up the nerve, you know, put my jacket on, put my jeans on, put my boots on, put my gloves on, my helmet on, and got out one morning and just putted around the neighborhood a little bit. And then I got more comfortable. You know, I started in the neighborhood. I worked my way to that parking lot where we started in. Started going through there, working my way through that. Then got to the back of the neighborhood, and now I'm on main roads. You know, you get over that fear, that initial fear of, oh my God, I'm going to die if I get on this thing. But if you act right, you know, you have a better chance of not dying on it. And if you pay attention. You know, I need to start scripting or writing a script of topics, talking points, because I get on here and I'm like, you know, I have something in my mind I want to say, and then next thing you know, I'm just rambling on. You know, I just like to hear myself talk, which is okay, you know. One day I'll get a knee down on this curve. Not on this bike, I won't. Yep, I'm back on the same road I was on the other day. I've become a creature of habit, and this is like it's something I do now. Every night I like to come out here and hit this road and just look at that beautiful view in the background when I actually get to said view. Oh, and I know before you say it, hey, Udi, why aren't you wearing your jacket? And why are you wearing shorts? Well, I'll tell you why, you little shit. I was just planning on staying in the parking lot, but I kind of ventured out, so that's why I don't have my jacket and I'm wearing shorts. So hopefully one day I don't regret not wearing full gear. But I honestly didn't think I was going to leave that parking lot, because I did do about an hour 30 minutes, hour 45 minutes of U-turn practicing, stopping, starting on that little incline, the slow crawl, walk, whatever you want to call it, where you go as slow as possible in a straight line without putting your feet down. You know, like I said, just practice. So yeah, I didn't wear my jacket or anything because, well, I'm hard-headed and I'm not really afraid of dropping the bike at slow speeds. That makes sense. I know you should always dress for the slide and not the ride. So, once again, don't be like me. I'm a bad example. As far as not wearing the proper gear. So when you come to a stop, do you put both feet down or you only put one foot down? I've gotten really good with only putting one foot down, because the peg on this side, what was it, Saturday I was riding and I got lazy and started throwing that foot down when I would stop, and that peg beat the shit out of my shin. My shin is like purple. These pegs come out so far. So yeah, do you do a, what do they call it, a California stop where you throw both feet down, or do you do a single foot stop? Let me know in the comments if you want to. You know, all 7 of my subscribers and all 3 people who watch this. Thanks, Mom. Guess I didn't really need to rev it up to downshift there. I was going slow enough. Yes, this is the infamous construction road. I was going to talk about like speed limit 35. Oh, the turn signal's still on. I mean, my turn signals. The thing with PA is it's hard to go fast here when 90% of the speed limits are 35 25, 35, 20, 30, 25. It's like, I don't know what happened or when it happened, but the only thing I can imagine is like the powers to be said, you know what, Pennsylvanians cannot be trusted to drive at speeds higher than 35. They kill themselves. So yeah, it's hard to go fast up here unless you get on the highway, and I'm not gonna lie, I am still terrified of the highway. I know I've said it, I'll say it again, I'm working on that fear. You know, overcoming fears. You know, I knew I'm scared of the highway, so what I do is I'll go early Saturday morning, I'll go from one exit to the next. You know, get used to how the highway feels, get used to the speeds, and then work my way to the next exit, and the next exit, and then the next. But, you know, and that goes along with practicing. You know, you go early enough on a weekend, you're not going to have as heavy a traffic as you would at this time of day or early in the morning on a weekday when everybody's going to work. Watch me be a hood ornament. Whee! Just kidding. Yeah, they were actually calling for rain today, so I rode my motorcycle to work, and I got off, and I was like, you can see the rain in the background. So I rushed to get home because I'm like, I really hate running in the rain, and it didn't rain at all. But then I took a nap, and then I got up and went out and started practicing. What, you laughing at me? You know, try to get up at 3 a.m. every day. It sucks. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and just cut her off here now. So, thanks for watching, and thanks for listening to my English? My rambling again. Hopefully that neutral part helps out a little bit. If that's the only part you watched, great. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I ramble way too much, and there's once again, English, not my first language. There was really no substance to this whole video, just rambling and beautiful sights and the sound of the motor, if you could hear it, over my heavy breathing. Actually, hopefully I fixed that heavy breathing issue. But, alright, thanks for watching. You guys have a good night, and deuce.